Now joining us on the phone from Washington is Republican Congressman John Fleming. Congressman, tell us, where do you stand on the Boehner plan? Are you going to support it?
Jerry, I do support the Boehner plan. The one that I voted on before that passed the House, and the one I prefer is cut, cap, and balance. However, it's clear the president would veto that. It's clear Harry Reid wouldn't even let it come up for a vote. But the sort of cut, cap, and balance light, which is really the Boehner plan, is one that Harry Reid said he would support, but then backed away after the president pushed him back on that. And the reason why it's been delayed till tomorrow, because the CBO came back and said that the savings were not quite where they needed to be, so we've added some more, adjusted it, and also worked on explaining the plan to members, and I think we're going to be ready to pass it tomorrow.
Well, I was going to say that's some pretty big news right there, because we'd heard that not even enough Republicans supported it to pass it.
Well, in conference this morning, there was a lot of discussion about it. Members got up and spoke very openly. There was a strong sentiment in favor of it. Of course, there are some that won't. Mostly folks who are were committed to not voting, in fact, to raise the debt ceiling at all, made commitments like that back, mostly freshmen. And that's really kind of an impractical position to take, because anytime you have bills that are coming due from $4 trillion of expenditures, you can't just suddenly shut down the government. You're going to have to borrow money. But what we're saying is, Mr. President, we'll give it to you in 2 tranches, and there's going to be accountability. We're going to force you to reduce your spending and also force a vote on a balanced budget amendment to permanently solve our budgetary problems.
Congressman, even if it passes the House, I just saw a report earlier this afternoon that no Senate Democrats are going to support it. So what do we do then?
Well, that's quite, I mean, again, Harry Reid first signed off on it, and so we think that they may actually reverse on that. Remember, the only plan that's been submitted so far has been the Republican cut, cap, and balance. This will be our second try. The president has never submitted a plan, never given any details, and the only plan Harry Reid came up with was just in the last couple of days, as you said, full of smoke and mirrors. It has no real savings in it at all. So it's going to be up to the American people whether they hold their government responsible for irresponsible spending.
Congressman John Fleming, thanks for the time. We'll be in touch. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
And by the way, we made several attempts to reach Democratic Senator Mary Landrieu, but our calls were not returned.